Hi, welcome back to 5 Minutes in the Word with Redeemed Girl Ministries, and I'm Marian Jordan Ellis. If you've been following along with us so far in our study of My God Is, you will know that I'm quite the fan of movies. And a common theme that I find that I'm attracted to are movies that involve a rescue, whether it's the movie Taken or there was a movie back in the late 90s called Ransom. I love that plot where someone is being rescued, that there's this act to overcome and to defeat the darkness and to take back a captive. Well, the name of God we're looking at today is obviously pretty important to me because it's my God is my Redeemer. Now, the idea of a Redeemer is one that goes in to set a captive free. And the idea behind it is that the one who's being set free is absolutely helpless to help themselves. They cannot break the chains, they cannot pay back the debt, they can do nothing to rescue themselves. And as I'm saying this, I'm about to cry because that's exactly what Jesus did for me. I was stuck in my sin, stuck in my darkness, utterly defeated by the enemy, and Jesus swept in and ransomed my life. He is my Redeemer, which is why you're watching videos we call it called a redeemed girl, because that is my life and that is my testimony. Well, the verse we're looking at today is really, if I could just teach this whole chapter of the Bible, but I can't. But Galatians 4 pretty much summarizes for us the Old Testament, the New Testament, and it says, you want to know what God's plan was from all eternity? His plan was to redeem a people for himself. What happened in the garden is God created us, and then sin came into the world, and we became captive to our enemy, Satan. We were captive to sin, we were captive to Satan, and we could do not one thing to set ourselves free. But from the beginning of time, it says that God instituted a plan where he was going to send his son as the Redeemer to set us free, and he began that plan the minute sin happened in the garden. A clock began to tick, and God said, I am coming for my kids. And all throughout the Old Testament, we have the unfolding of this plan until Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the Redeemer of humanity, stepped on earth in the perfect timing of God to fulfill that plan. So when we read this passage, time is one of the key words here, but really the focus of it is this plan of redemption. And it's found in Galatians chapter 4, verse 4 and 5. It says, but when the fullness of time came, God sent forth his son, born of a woman, born under the law. Why? So that he might redeem those under the law, that we might receive the full adoption as sons. I love this verse because it really summarizes the whole Bible. At a certain point in history, God became a man. This is what we call the incarnation. And he came for one purpose, so that he could redeem us, those who are captive and helpless and cannot get free ourselves, that we would put our hope in him and he would rescue us out. The word redeem means to buy back. It means to restore something to its original intent. And so when God looked at us, he said, I see that you're fallen. I see that you're broken, but you're not going to stay there, because I'm going to redeem you and I'm going to transform you into what I always intended you to be, a child that reflects my glory. And I'm going to do it because I am a God of love, and I'm a God of power, and I'm a God of forgiveness, but I am your Redeemer.